So that is why we want to prevent obesity. We want to prevent obesity in the baby for now, and we also want to prevent obesity in the baby to prevent obesity in the future, which has so many health risks.
I mean, it seems that you're sort of breaking a pathway toward some things people never thought of in terms of the size of these babies. Generally, when we talk about obesity in children, we get them when they are 2 or 3 years old and they're getting. But what you're saying is that the very, very factor of the way they are fed has quite a bit to do with it, and you think that breastfeeding has.
Oh yes, because you see, when a newborn baby does not pick what they want to eat, they don't know what they like. They don't have a choice. They take what they are given, and the natural choice is breastfeeding, breast milk. And I don't know if you've ever tasted breast milk, but breast milk is bland. It's not sweet. It's not sweet. It's just bland.
Light.
And it's light. And it's created. Each mother produces the exact kind of milk that is suitable for her
own baby, because she's been carrying the baby for 9 months.
All the immunity, all the antibodies in the mother are in the milk, and it's all transferred to that baby. So the immunity that I will give to my own baby might be a little bit different from the immunity another mother will give to her own baby, depending on the infections that she has come across. So the breastfeeding is supposed to be the answer, is the natural food for the baby. But the thing is, we have something competing with breast milk, and that is formula. Formula is competing with breast milk, and formula is advertised, is aggressively promoted, is pushed everywhere. In fact, it has been pushed for over 100 years, to the point where many people have forgotten
about
that breast milk is superior to formula. And that is why I decided that this is a program I have to carry out with a lot of passion, because I can see that most women do not know.
Okay, very good. And Doctor, we're going to take our second commercial break. And when we come, excuse me, when we come back, we want to give you the final segment to talk about some of the things that you think that we ought to know in reference to preventing high-weight babies. And of course, we'll be back with our audience following this very, very short commercial break. Thank you, and welcome back to the final segment of the show for today. We're talking to Dr. FUkoli, and she's giving us some information about preventing high birth weight among babies. And Dr. FUkoli, let me give you an opportunity during this last segment to simply inform the audience in reference to some of the issues dealing with overweight babies and formulas and all of the kind of things that you think that they ought to know in order to have a successful pregnancy as well as a successful birth weight in dealing with babies.
So I will just say that I'm going to talk about two things. The first one is that this program, my program, was developed along the line of the Baby Friendly Hospital Initiative, which was launched by the World Health Organization in 1990. So it's about 30 years ago. In that program, they expected the hospitals to take the lead and to encourage women, support women, and give them all they need to breastfeed and to avoid formula altogether in the first 6 months of life. That is what they call exclusive.
At least the first 6 months.
The first 6 months of life is supposed to be exclusive breastfeeding, because you don't want to introduce any other thing. You don't want to give the child another taste You don't want them to taste any other thing but breast milk the first 6 months. And then the other thing is that the government and society in general was supposed to support women to do that, because you cannot exclusively breastfeed a child if you don't have support. And what is the support I'm talking about? One support is you shouldn't be working. You should be at home.
At least that first 6 months.
6 months. But how are you going to be at home if you don't get paid maternity leave? Every single country on earth, except for 3 countries, including the US, do not give women paid maternity leave. If you, the UK,